here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. But tonight we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Commanders. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
22 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Here we go.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. After the loss, they'll come up second and 13.
Here we go, Scott. Up, 551,
Fields. Will get this out to Barkley complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
Here we go.
The slot man in motion right.
7-yard line.
A fake there on the jet sweep as it's Fields off play action. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Cameron Latu, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Looking to put a drive together.
19, come on, set. 70 line, Warriors, 70. Dragon, 60. Go.
Here's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. He's on his way. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Commanders, nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Liking 18. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Throwing now is Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
70.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Eagles, first down. A gain of 13 yards.
Here we go, Scott.
First down, Eagles.
Barkley, inside handoff. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense for the Commanders, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. You talk about this Washington defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Arises on to punt here as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on, set, ready.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That third down conversion good for 23.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Ready.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
18.
Again, it's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
60 back. Come 19. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they've picked him off already in this opening half.
It's Colin Smith, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Don't jump. Ready? Right.
Up the middle with Barkley. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here we go. I'm good. 319, Judges.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. He'll try and do this himself. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
70, 19 tight, 19 tight.
To the air goes Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
After incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now Daniels. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. They'll have the first down and more than that. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. The extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
18, Pioneer, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler.
To throw is Daniels. And he's got his big tight end here. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here is 3rd down and 4.
Mustang 19, here we go, let's go. Cougar 19, 65 chance, 65, 69,
Daniels looking to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
On the set.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
70 Timberwolf. Trap 60. Trap 60. Dragon 60. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
79 Broncos. 70 Rangers. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. Caught left side. Williams.
Let's go.
A tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Brings up 3rd down.
18. 5 in.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They go back to the ground with Williams. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
4 yards. That's another Washington first
18
down.
Rattler. 65
10
Warriors.
at the
70.
26-yard line.
Mustang 19.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Ready.
Off the play fake, Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nolan Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
70 Timberwolf. 19 tight. 19. 70 Timberwolf. 18. Ready.
On On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now Daniels going to keep it. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
On play action, Fields. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that one too high and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defense is...
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Looking to put a drive together. Slot man moves right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. I'm good. All right.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now it's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 18 Mustang 19. 60 Bobcat.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Running right through it. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
70 Lions. 19 Lions. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 18 Pioneers. 60 Mavericks. 60. Ready.
Back to throw. Daniels. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard.
Dragon 60.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Trap 60. Trap 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well,
we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Quick slant here to Smith. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A 1st down carry for Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
Easy. Here we go.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Extend. Here we go.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Let's go now. Panther and left.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nolan Smith. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Here we go.
Throwing again is Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here we go. I'm good. Right.
Now an option play on second down. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here we go, Spike. Go.
Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
18 Rattler, 860 Maverick, come 19, Mustang 19.
Second and 4. Now the ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Shut up. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Buffalo 18.
Here's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Throwing now is Daniels. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
Cougar 19. Bronco 80. Warrior 70. 19 Lions. Ready.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready, ready.
Back to throw. Daniels. Going right side here, and it's complete. Here's 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. At the Eagles 11.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Hey, Chad. Here we go. Green 19. Tonight.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Now Fields going to run, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here's Fields. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
Here we go. Green 19. Extend. Eat you. Go.
Back to throw. Fields. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And when you're in a 1-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Here's a give to Barkley.
You know that old expression, it's not my night,
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Fields. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for Philadelphia, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.